highest honor the Senate of a university can confer upon an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, the criteria include distinguished achievement in scholarship, the arts, or public service. Our honorary doctorate this afternoon is Wayne Robert Anderson. A champion of the University of Manitoba's vision and mission, Wayne Anderson has invested himself in the governing of the U of M community to such an extent that in 2008 he received the Peter D. Currie Chancellor's Award in recognition of his service. He is again recognized today with an Honorary Doctor of Laws. Mr. Anderson was born in Winnipeg and graduated from the University of Manitoba in 1963 with a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, a very suiting degree. After he earned his MBA from York University in 1968, he became actively involved in his family's cattle operation. He continued this farm work as he carved a path into Winnipeg's business community. He has since then been a self-employed entrepreneur for most of the last 40 years. In 1973, Mr. Anderson was named President and General Manager of General Window Products of Canada Limited. In 1981, he became President of Bonar Plastics Western Limited. He remained there until 1993, when he became President of St. Boniface Pallet Co, an office he still holds today. He was Vice President of Hillside Farms, Manitoba from 1963 until 2003, and from 1993 to 2003, he was Chairman of the Manitoba Horse Racing Commission. He also served as Director on the Board of the Horsemen's Benevolent and Protective Association for 18 years, including 3 years as Chair. Multitasking has always been his strength. While a student, he was also a hockey player for both agriculture and the U of M Bisons. He was a member of Delta Upsilon fraternity and served on the Agriculture Student Council. In 1998, Mr. Anderson was elected to the University of Manitoba's Board of Governors as a representative of the graduates. He was re-elected in 2001 and 2004. He served as Vice Chair from September 2000 to June 2002 and elected as Chair of the Board of Governors in June 2002. The same year, he was awarded the Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal. He served as Chair of the Board with great integrity for 4 years and then remained on the board until May 2007. Mr. Anderson has a long and committed interest and involvement in the political process. He has served as Vice President Policy for the Progressive Conservative Party of Manitoba and as President of both federal and provincial constituency associations. He is currently a member of the Board of Directors of the Frontier Centre for Public Policy, an independent think tank. He is also, since 2009, the Chair of the St. Boniface Hospital's Board of Directors and continues to be an integral part of the University of Manitoba community. Since 1999, he has been a member of the U of M's Trust and Endowment Committee. Mr. Anderson is an example of the visionary and caring leaders the University of Manitoba has been shaping since 1877. He has enhanced his community, enriching its people and their connections to one another. He has committed his life to preserving and growing these bonds, and the University of Manitoba honors him today for defending and promoting the community's good. Mr. Chancellor, it is an honor for me to ask on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba that you confer upon Wayne Robert Anderson the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Anderson.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests, proud families, friends, graduands. It is difficult for me to articulate how honored I am to be receiving this honorary degree. This venerable institution, the University of Manitoba, has been very kind to me. In addition to providing me with a superb education, I also met my wife Lee here and made a host of friends, most of whom are here today, and we continue to be friends. I'd like to thank Lee and our children, Pam and Rob, for all their love and support over the years. When you're operating a family business and you're frequently absent trying to do volunteer work, that absence requires that your family works much harder and they have to take more responsibility. Thank you so much. It's a very humbling experience to be included in the list of Manitoba agricultural graduates who have received honorary degrees. During recent times, one thinks of Dr. Balder Stephenson, Honorary Doctor of Science 1997, who transformed Polish rapeseed into canola and changed the world. Dr. David McLennan, Honorary Doctor of Science 2001, was a plant science graduate of agriculture. He veered off into medical research on the mechanism of ion transport in muscles, research which continues to change the world today. I am deeply honored to appear on a list with such distinguished agrologists, which causes me to reflect on what is it that I could possibly say that might be useful, enlightening, or perhaps even inspiring for today's graduates. Well, 50 years ago, on May 23rd, 1963 to be precise, I was sitting in your position. I suspect I was thinking, as you may well be, what's this old dude going to say, and how long is it going to take? Well, I'm sure most of you have celebrations planned, so I promise to be brief. In order to be concise, Lee and I concluded that in the interests of being concise, that I should use David Letterman's 10 best routine. So here are 10 wonderful words of wisdom from Wayne's World. Number 1, know yourself. Figure out who you are. What values are most important to you? What are your strengths and weaknesses? What do you like and dislike? What really turns your crank, excites and motivates you? Think about these things. Ponder them. Knowing who you are will become your true north and will guide you in all your major life's decisions. Number 2, do not be limited by fear. Try different things. Try different jobs, hobbies, leisure activities. Go where your interests, values, and circumstances take you. Most people my age are amazed at the randomness of the journey they have taken. If you try many things when you are young, you will find out what you want to do, and perhaps more importantly, what you don't want to do. I'm sure that when Dr. McLennan was graduating as a plant scientist, he did not have a career in medical research planned. Number 3, aim high and be bold. Most of us can achieve far more than we think we can. It requires focus, discipline, hard work, but someday some of you too will be amazed to find yourself on this platform or somewhere else you had never dreamed of. In the Anderson family, the gold standard for bold were the decisions by my grandparents on both sides about 100 years ago to leave rocky subsistence farms in Ireland and Scotland and emigrate to Manitoba. Many of you are from families who chose to relocate to access better opportunities. Respect the enormity of that decision. Number 4, time to quit. Do not be afraid to quit and move on. The first job I had after graduation was as a sales trainee in a successful agricultural firm. It had an atmosphere where people were yelled at and where there were very few please and thank yous. After 3 months, I quit. I got talked out of it, and 2 months later, I quit again. People were not treated with respect, so it was not a healthy place to work. Remember, you don't have to continue in a situation which is not right for you. Number 5, there are no entitlements. Society is pretty much a meritocracy. So go after what you want. Make it happen for yourself. Take initiative. Promote your ideas with tenacity, all the while being open to suggestions. Keep in mind that you can learn as much from your mistakes as from your successes. Number 6, these are the good old days. Growing up, we did not have hot and cold water or indoor plumbing until I was 14 years old. Believe me, those days are highly overrated. I believe that also applies to opportunity, that today's economy and society offers you a multitude of options and opportunities. Some of them will require bold choices and moves for you to make them a reality. Seize them. Number 7, make quality central to how you live, in work, in play, in relationships. Robert Pirzig, in a book called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, an inquiry into values, said, care and quality are internal aspects of the same thing. A person who sees quality and feels it as he works is a person who cares. Choose to care about what you do and the people whom you choose to have in your life. Number 8, contribute, volunteer, give back. Community work and volunteering can be a wonderful way to help you define your values and who you are. You can try new things and succeed or fail and learn from those experiences nevertheless. I believe it is the responsibility of everyone who benefits from living in our free and open Canadian society to contribute and give back to it. Well, it seems like 8 wonderful words of wisdom from Wayne's World is probably enough for this afternoon. I did promise to be brief, so I'll close by saying I do believe that you have wonderful, unimagined opportunities ahead of you. Your journey will be truly amazing, and when you reach my age, you will look back and be astounded by what you have achieved. Be proud. Be proud of the University of Manitoba and appreciative of the experiences she has afforded you. Miigwech, merci beaucoup, thank you.